Good morning, Twin Flame friends. Welcome back to my channel. This is Charlotte with Happy Twins 1111. So I'm sorry I've had a little hiatus, guys. Sometimes a girl just needs to wind down, and that's what happened last week. It was just one of those weeks. But we have a new moon today, new moon in Gemini, which is of course the twin sign. So today is a fabulous time to set new intentions for this moon cycle. So if you do have an opportunity to get outside and soak up some of that lovely energy, do. Ground yourself, protect yourself, set your intentions for this new cycle. It's a really good time to do that. Before we start today, just want to welcome all of our new subscribers. There's so many of you that have recently joined us. Thank you so much for your support and for your views and for your likes and your subscriptions and your shares. I really appreciate it. It helps to keep my channel going. If you don't want to listen to me waffle on, you can of course find the timestamps for each deck in the description box below. But before I start, I just want to say thanks to some of you lovely ladies that have sent me some tarot cards. Angela sent me 3, which is incredibly generous. And honestly, it was like Christmas Day when I got these. I was so excited. Thank you so much. She sent me the Art of Love Tarot, which we're using in pile 2 today. And also the Journey of Love Oracle and the Energy Oracle cards. I've wanted all 3 of these for a while. They're all on my wish list, and I really was so overwhelmed and happy to receive them. I'm so grateful. Thank you. So we're going to use both the Oracle decks today as well. I've got them here. And I also received the Tarot of Sexual Magic from Arlene. I don't have an email address for you, Arlene, but thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I do need to have a little practice with these before I use them in our readings because they don't follow the same pattern as standard tarot, but I will have a look. So we're going to do a reading today to catch up on how your DM is feeling, what's he thinking, and what you need to do to move forward, because we haven't done one of these for a couple of weeks. I've had a lot of people saying they just don't know which piles to click and so on. If you're not sure, or if you're torn between 2, just watch them both, because it could be that whilst the entire reading won't resonate for you, it could be that there are some messages in both piles that are relevant to you. So, don't get too hung up on not knowing which pile to choose. The one, 9 times out of 10, the one the one that you do choose will be right for you. So I'm just going to turn them around this way as well so you can get a good look at them. Pardon me. We've got the Apparition Tarot here with a piece of Auralite. We've got the Art of Love Tarot here with some Lemurian Quartz. We've got the Persephone Tarot with some raw Apatite, and we've got our trusty Waite with some Labradorite. I don't actually often use the Waite, but I've been really enjoying it lately. It was never my favourite deck, but it's funny, isn't it? You're just drawn to these things, those traditional images. Okay, so let's go. Pile 1. How is your DM feeling? What's he thinking? And what do you need to know or to do to move forward? So we've got plenty of room because these are big ass cards. How's he feeling? What's he thinking? And what do you need to do to move forward? And I don't normally do this, but I'm going to pull our energy cards before I start reading. Our oracle cards, sorry, as well. I'm going to have those down the side here. So I've got the full picture all at once. I think we need that one. Okay, pile 1. So, wow. Heavy energy with this one. How's he feeling? We've got a lot of wands in reverse here. We've got the Knight of Wands here, the Six of Wands in reverse, and the Queen and King of Wands in reverse. And I feel like this guy right now, he is very much afraid of and resisting and rejecting any spiritual talk, any spiritual kind of enlightenment. And this isn't just from you, because this obviously pertains to his feelings for you. But I feel like he's right now running. Yeah, I'm really guided with this Knight of Wands. I don't traditionally see it as the runner card, but in this card we have a lot of movement. And he's very much running from this truth right now. So if you've had conversations with him of a spiritual nature, you know, it's really giving him the heebie-jeebies, and he's rejecting this. He doesn't understand. No, it's not understanding. It's that he doesn't feel comfortable or safe. He's he's trapped. You know, we've got the Eight of Swords and the Three of Swords here. So he's stuck in pain. He's stuck. Eight of Swords is refusing to see the truth. And this is a self-inflicted imprisonment of the mind. You know, this is a block that he's experiencing. But this is to do with unresolved karma. You know, with the Justice card, and this one has 2 cups and 2 swords. And it's reversed. You know, cups represent emotion, swords represent truth. So with this being reversed, you know, he knows that there are things he needs to do before he can come forward. But I don't think that he has the spiritual awareness necessary to actually start making progress. So, you know, right now he's running scared. This communication you've had with him of a spiritual nature wasn't successful. He's rejected it with this Queen of Wands in reverse, this King of Wands in reverse. You know, he's not feeling safe in this connection. And I'm really drawn to this King of Wands. Upright, you see this hand holding salt of the earth. That's about grounding, protection. And we see the growth from this. You know, this is spiritual growth. This is life growth. You know, this is, even though it's reversed and he's rejecting this energy, you know, the salt still remains and the growth still occurs. So this is a really powerful reminder not to be too disheartened by his resistance right now. You know, spirit always finds a way and he can't resist evolution and change even if he wanted to. He's on this journey too. He is a twin. But, you know, with these candles all upside down, I just feel like he's just not connecting with his spiritual ideals. And it may be that you were trying to help him in sharing this information and it's kind of had the reverse of the intended effect. He's run. You know, he's rejected you and these ideas. But he is trying to plan how to come forward. He's just not sure how. He feels very immature. He feels very lacking in the necessary wisdom and knowledge to communicate freely and honestly. And he's definitely lacking in emotional maturity. He just, you know, he doesn't know how to deal with this. And he knows he's caused you a lot of pain. I believe this guy has a karmic. You know, I'm really guided to say with this Three of Swords, he has a karmic. I don't believe he's with her, but he's still stuck in that very negative, energetic cycle of pain from that interaction. And he doesn't see a way out. You see all of these different staircases, all higgledy-piggledy going different ways. So he is in a lot of pain right now. And again, with this Eight of Swords, you know, this is a self-imprisonment because he refuses to see. He refuses to accept the truth, which is the key to his wellness. He's not been well. Yeah. So, the feelings are there. And, I want to remind you as well, if you're feeling disappointed by this lineup, if you're being triggered by it, I want to remind you that your twin does love you. They are you. They're the other half of them, soul. They're your soul, sorry. So in rejecting you, they're rejecting self. It's not actually about you. It's about him not feeling good enough in himself to come forward. This is what this Justice card with those cups and the sword is. He's not ready for the truth. This is a light and dark here. He doesn't know how to discern the difference between light and dark. He's not ready to move forward with that. He just doesn't understand. But they always love you. And if they're rejecting you, it's because they're rejecting themselves. Yeah, they're rejecting their own truth. You are them. But he's very stubborn, this guy. He wants to get better, but he doesn't know how. And, you can't do that healing for him. You can't help him. You need to take a step back. And moving forward in terms of what you need to do, we've got the Eight of Pentacles here. You need to do your own work on self. And I'm really guided to say as well that for some of you watching this, because you've been so focused on this, on him, on the journey, you've been neglecting your real-time work. And that needs to be rebalanced and addressed. But a lot of this work that it's suggesting is to do with you. Because we've got the Ace of Cups here, and we've also got Strength in reverse. You're not aligned, you're not balanced. And you need to be reminded that union can only happen when you come into union with self. I get a lot of people ask me, how can I come into union with my twin? How can I make this happen? And you make it happen by coming into union with yourself. Your healing triggers them to heal. They still have free will in terms of how and when they do that, but they will be triggered even harder to heal, which is what's happening to you right now. And you're not doing that. You're not healing self. You're not stood in your power. You're not aligned with that. I'm picking up a lot of anger from you as well. Feeling really annoyed and frustrated with him. And, this also blocks the connection. And if you've lost your shit with him because you are being rejected, because he's not giving you what you feel you need to remember that real strength is compassion and love. It's not aggression. It's not rage. You need to rebalance. And with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse here, this comes up under the Page of Pentacles for him, but you're being asked to just be a bit more careful in how you approach things of a spiritual nature with him, because this wasn't a successful conclusion. Before you shoot this arrow, just make sure you've thought it through. 3 is the number of creation. In this deck we see these 3 arrows, as well as the pentacle, which can symbolise protection as well. So, I want you to give serious time and consideration to how you present these ideas about the spiritual connection to him. And you need to ask yourself why you're even doing that in the first place. Because quite often we tell ourselves it's because we want to help them, we want them to heal. But actually it's just because we want them, and we're aware that them healing is going to bring us closer to union. So, you don't need to discuss any spiritual stuff with them. By all means, the best way to present it to them is to inspire them with your own experience. Share with them how you're experiencing spirituality and how helpful it's been to you, rather than saying, you should be doing this and you could try this and you could try this as well, rather than being pushy. Because, right now he's felt pressured by that interaction and because of the way you came forward with it. But this is all about self-love for you. This is where you need to be, in your own power, in your own strength, working towards union with self, you know, because there's a flood of emotion. You know, if you're in pain, go and watch my twin flame healing video. You know, the oracle cards that have come up here, we've got the thinking woman, which is number 11, 4 and 7. And this is a very independent energy. We see this lady here, she's holding a book, and there's a butterfly here, and there's a stairwell. And she's not even, you know, she needs to take those stairs. She needs to ascend. She has access to all the information she needs for that transformation. But she's resisting it. She's trying. But, you know, from these cards, I can see that she's not in her power. She hasn't achieved unconditional self-love. This is what she needs to be doing. She needs to refer to her books, to her learning, to her study, and to apply it to her healing. You know, there's a lot of green in this card. That's the colour of the heart chakra, the heart space. So you're really being called to ascend now. You've waited too long. You really have. You've been so resistant. We've also got coming together 6-6. And, you know, I'm guided to say with this that this is a coming together of energies rather than union. You know, this is everything that you've learned coming together so that you can apply it and begin to see the results of that. And the card underneath here is abundance. When your heart's intention is to serve humanity, doors of abundance naturally open. So remember, all twins are light workers. You know, our primary mission is to learn unconditional love for self so that we can teach others. But a lot of you feel like you're not ready to teach because you've not yet mastered your own journey. And I feel like if you've picked this pile, you are ready, because what you have learned so far is still relevant to someone that hasn't come this far. And Spirit will always guide the right clients to you. So if you've been thinking about assisting others on this journey or in a spiritual way, you know, this is when doors of abundance open. When your heart's intention is to serve humanity, doors of abundance naturally open. So all of this kind of spiritual advice that you've been getting for your twin, that you've been bombarding him with, find a different outlet for it, because it's valid and it's worthwhile. Don't be disheartened that he's rejected it. It's not you he's rejected. It's the overwhelming nature of this concept and the whole connection that has made him run. And, you know, he is thinking about you. He's just not ready. He doesn't know how to come forward. He's stuck in this pain, in this cycle of pain where he's probably been stuck a long time. He's not ready to release himself from it yet. But this is your time to turn the journey inwards, to work on your real life work. And that might mean a change with this card. It might mean taking that step into light work. You know, I feel like certainly you need to work on yourself. Definitely you do. I feel like I need to get one of these for you as well. There's the cosmic reading cards. They're beautiful. I'm going to read the meaning straight from the book. Shadow self. You may be wondering why you've been facing so many triggers and challenges of late. Things have been going well despite a few road humps along the way, but the challenges that have been appearing all around you recently seem so overwhelming and disorienting. Just when you thought you had everything under control, it seems as though the world has suddenly shifted. Spirit understands your confusion and uncertainty during this period. Rest assured, dear one, this is a time of cleansing and clearing all that was avoided and hidden inside you. Healing of the worlds within is taking place and raw emotions are resurfacing. You are exploring and uncovering the darkest shadows of yourself. This is why you are being faced with insurmountable challenges and triggers. You see, it is only from being pressured that the darker side of you surfaces. This is an important and necessary time for you. As hidden parts of you surface, be gentle. Send love and compassion to the wounded parts of yourself. If there is rage, send love. If there is hurt, send love. May love reign on all aspects of you, whether they be dark or light. This period can be quite testing, being challenged by unforeseen events triggered by people closest to you. Through this cleansing process, your level of consciousness is expanding to new and heightened states of awareness and clarity. As you move through this period, be assured that you are not alone and that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And the affirmation here is, I am healed as I acknowledge all aspects of myself. And, it mentioned the associated chakras were base and sacral. There is a lot of red in this reading. Every card, bar this one, and this one has, a lot of red dominating, including this one, this coming together. This is a coming together of energies so that you can ascend, so that you can heal. So if you found this blue moon challenging, the Scorpio blue moon with all these triggers coming up, you must stop resisting and trying to distract yourself from those triggers. You need to work through them. You need to pay attention to what's being brought up so that you can transmute it and release it. And this is what your DM is struggling to do. So you're really mirroring each other. He's refusing. And I'm feeling in particular with this card, we have all the chakra colours in this card, this Six of Wands reversed. This card is supposed to mean victory. But as you can see, this is hands clapping or coming together in an embrace and, these lights. And I'm really guided to say that with this one, because of all the chakra colours, this is a rejection of spiritual healing. It's a rejection of progress, But you're rejecting it too, so you're actually mirroring each other. You need to pay attention to the triggers and you need to work through them. You can't run from triggers. They will, I put something on my community page about this recently. It's a case of evolve or repeat. You can squash them down now and distract yourself and not address them, but they're going to come back until you do. So you get stuck in this pain cycle. So it's really important that you learn how to purge. Definitely go and watch the meditation video. That will really help you. So I hope that was helpful, part one. Do let me know in the comments down below. Like, share and subscribe. I always love to hear from you guys. And if you do need any further clarification, always feel free to drop me an email. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much, part one. Okay, part two, these beautiful new cards. Art of Love and Tarot, kindly gifted to me by Angela. Oh, I'm going to keep that. So how is he feeling, part one? How's he feeling? What's he thinking? What do you need to do to move forward? Oh. Wow. Wow. I said in some of my last readings, especially with this Scorpio blue moon, that there's a lot of divine masculines waking up. This is definitely one of them. I'm going to pull out oracle cards now as well, so we can check that, guys. These cards are so pretty. Okay. This is a really interesting reading. Wow. This is really beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. Okay, so in terms of his feelings for you, he's very confused right now, but it's because he is mid-awakening, yeah? He feels like he wants to give up because he's become aware of this niggling truth. This Ace of Angels here. Angels is the suit of swords. So this is the Ace of Swords, the card of truth. But as you see in this deck, there is this winged heart, this beautiful light. You know, I feel like he feels like you've probably given up on him a bit. He feels a bit hopeless. There's definitely a feeling of hopelessness here. But he's also downloaded this truth. He's not accepted it. That's what this card is, acceptance. This guy's holding the purple flame. And this is reversed. You know, he's downloaded the truth. He's not integrated it. But the part he has integrated with this Ten of Cups energy, this culmination, you know, the part he's giving into is this desire to be with you. A desire for union, a design to complete his life by moving back towards you. There's a lot of blue and green here as well, which, you know, is really indicative of blue for me is the colour of truth downloads, and green, you know, of activity and expansion in the heart space. In this deck, the Ten of Hearts is called culmination. You know, this is a coming together of energies. He's not integrated or accepted the truth, but he's got a fair and clear understanding that he wants you, even if he doesn't truly understand what's happening. But there's a feeling of hopelessness for him. He doesn't know how to move forward, and he doesn't know if you're waiting for him. So, you know, he is rejecting spirit. This is why we've got this truth download. But, you know, the Ace of Wands, which is called creation, is the beginning of that spiritual journey. He's not quite grasped that context. But we've also got here the universe, which is the lotus flower, and the Fool, which is called the beginning, initiation. So, you know, there's two lotus flowers here, actually. Both of these are. It's opening up. So, you know, he's aware that he needs to make dramatic changes in his life. He's feeling more optimistic. He's feeling certainly decided and certain about making changes, about living more positively. But he's not connected to spiritual dots yet. But he just wants joy, you know. And this comes under the Ten of Hearts, this Three of Hearts, this card of just joy. And I'm, you know, really guided to notice how this heart is rooted in the earth. It's grounded. This is grounded real love. You know, so this is very positive in terms of how he's feeling about you, because it reveals a lot of change in his psyche and his heart space. As I said, he has downloaded the truth. He's not integrated it. He doesn't understand what he means, but he does know what he wants from you. Yeah, that's union and joy. He knows he needs a new beginning. He wants a new beginning. But he's really struggling with the spiritual associations that you've probably brought to his attention. He doesn't understand it. And, you know, this expansion, this universal expansion, which 2 and 1 is also a 3. You know, this is about creating something new with this beautiful lotus flower. And here, literally being reborn into the lotus flower. All this yellow energy here, which is about, you know, optimism, hope, power, embracing the moon with the intuition, all the colours of the rainbow of the chakras here. This really is very, very beautiful. He's definitely mid-awakening. You know, he is being prodded heavily by spirit to pay attention, but he's rejecting that. You know, the acceptance just isn't there. But it will come. It will definitely come. We've got victory here. You know, 2 and 8 is 10. We've got the 10 of Cups. The number of completion. You know, and I'm really guided by all the gold, the beautiful light. Gold for me is the colour of protection as well, and abundance. I feel like this is very positive for you. In terms of what you need to do to move forward, you need to stay grounded. And we've got 2 cards here that indicate this. We've got the Queen of Trees, which is actually the Queen of Pentacles. She's reversed. And we've got the 9 of Trees, refinement. So for me, both of these cards are about staying grounded in your 3D reality. I feel like you've probably been doing so much healing, riding this cosmic wave, so much healing going on here, that you've actually neglected your practical 3D affairs somewhat. And you have to remember that this journey is about alignment and balance. And quite often when we first begin to heal and we discover meditation, it becomes very addictive. And initially it is hard to find a balance with that, because you feel so good when you're healing that you want to spend most of your time doing that, and you neglect other areas of your life. And I feel like that's what's happening with you, pile 2. You know, you're so deeply riding this cosmic wave. We've got all this pink and purple here, which is really about, you know, divine energy, divine downloads, divine communication. You know, I feel like you're really stepping into your own power as far as healing's concerned. But you need to get grounded. You need to focus on your abundance. And this card is called 9 of Trees, refinement. It's really quite beautiful. Refinement. You need to refine what you're doing and balance it to realign yourself. And this card is called Earth Guide. Your sacred calling upon this planet is to simply love and be loved. You know, when you learn this self-love, you're going to teach others. You're going to guide others through this journey. But you have to balance and align self first. And we've got the Lovers here, the 6. You know, this is also a 6. This card's called Union. You know, stay faithful. Trust that union is coming. You know, he knows that too. This card comes up underneath the Lovers. Sorry, underneath his Ace of Swords energy, this download of truth. He knows that you need to be together. That's what he wants. He wants that union. He wants that joy. He wants to be with you. But this is also about divine timing. You have to let the wheel turn. And the impatience you're feeling right now is blocking things. It's slowing things down. You're impatient with him for not doing his bit. But your bit is to love self, this Ace of Hearts, and it's reversed. You know, this is where your block is. You need to focus fully and entirely on yourself. That's how you get union. And I'm really guided, you know, both of you had these cards, and look, 2 winged hearts. Yeah? So you need to get in this power. You need to get into your own self-love. You're not quite there yet. I feel like this has been an incredibly transformative period for you. You know, and you're feeling victorious in your healing, but you're not actually aligned. You've actually swung almost in the opposite direction, where you're, you know, addicted to the light, and all your focus and attention is there because it's too painful coming back down to earth. So you need to ground yourself. You need to understand that this is the key. You know, the 9 of Trees is about abundance and joy and enjoying what you've achieved. If you can't be in your 3D reality and be happy, then you've not refined and aligned. Yeah, you're not nurturing yourself in the 3D. That's what this card's called, nurturer. You know, nurturing you is nurturing him. By loving yourself, you're loving him. By celebrating your own abundance, your own healing, your own achievements, You're celebrating him. He is you. But I feel like you're not comfortable in 3D. This is your solace, riding that cosmic wave, getting into meditation, and, you know, but you've not, it's not kind of integrated into your 3D reality yet. You're still in pain. So the answer is be more disciplined in your daily routine of meditation and healing, but dedicate a fixed amount of time for it, and then focus on your 3D healing and caring for self, which is taking care of your body, your home, what you eat, what you drink. You know, how are you abusing yourself? How are you not taking care of yourself? Are the bills piling up? Is your house a mess? Do you need to have a clear out? Have you been slacking on work? Have you not been supportive of friends and family, or, you know, kind of avoided socializing? You know, you're here living a human 3D experience. You can't just stay up in the cosmic. You've got to be grounded in your reality for union to happen in 3D. I feel like you've got union, you understand that union happens spiritually. But because you're not getting it in the 3D, you're just focused on the spiritual connection now, which is a good thing, but it's also blocking and hindering your progress towards union in the 3D. But you need to have faith. Have faith that this is coming, because he's waking up. Yeah, he's waking up. He's going to start healing. He's going to start integrating that truth and accepting the truth. And he's going to come towards you when that happens. But you need to be ready. You definitely need to be ready. And I said this in part 1, but don't bombard him with information about spirituality right now. You can inspire him by your own experience, but don't tell him what he should be doing. He needs to figure it out for himself. I'm going to read this card straight from the book, because they're so beautiful. And this is also number 6, 3 and 3. So the 3 6s that come up: the Lovers, union, transformation, and riding the cosmic wave. It's very powerful. There's a lot of green in this card and a lot of blue. Same as this one. Yeah? Truth downloads, healing. Transformation occurs in nature's cycles all around us: birth, death, and rebirth. These cycles are not feared when we are able to observe the transformation and beauty and change. If you have drawn this card, you are also going through a beautiful transformation of self. This process can be difficult and challenging at times. Not knowing what is ahead of us can seem daunting, and you may feel that you are unravelling. But have no fear or concern. You are embarking on a remarkable journey that will invoke and touch your soul. This is a time when patterns, habits, and old belief systems are challenged and transcended. The butterfly is slowly emerging from its cocoon, which it once found stable, safe, warm, and secure. For many years, you have been playing it safe in all areas and facets of your life, but now you find that things are happening around you that challenge your way of being. You wished for more, did you not? You hungered for greater understanding, greater clarity, and greater and stronger connection to the mystery of the divine. The caterpillar has had its day. It has experienced all it needs to experience, and now the time has come for the butterfly to emerge. The beauty you bring into this world with your unique colours and flight will be so very inspiring. With your radiant beauty and courage, you will raise the vibration of this earth to greater octaves of love and light. The affirmation is, I am courageous as I embrace this transformation with love, and the associated chakra is sacral. So after reading that, I'm really drawn back to these 2 cards, especially this one, where we've got all this green and blue as well, the Queen of Pentacles. And there was a lot of mention of work in this card, and of, using your light to support others. And I feel like this is where this transformation has derailed you. It's in your 3D reality. You've suddenly started looking at your 3D life and realised it's not what it needs to be. It's not what you want it to be. But don't be impatient or frustrated with that. Trust that you're exactly where you need to be. Look, this card here, also with all this green and blue, this truth and heart, this pink of the divine download. You get your information about how to move forward and make changes from spirit. So if you're going into meditation, that's where you need to be expressing your frustrations and asking for guidance on how you can move forward to refine everything to the, to where you need and want it to be. But trust that right now you are in the right place. Everything happens for a reason. Everything's as it should be. So even though there's this frustration as well, your sacred calling upon this planet is to simply love and be loved. This is your priority right now. It has to be, so you can help others to transform. This learning that you're going through, this wisdom that you're accumulating, is going to help you support others on this journey. So I really hope that helped, part 2. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, share and subscribe, and comment down below. Tell me which bits of it resonated, or if you've got any questions, you can always email me. So it was lovely of you to join us. I'll see you next time. Okay. Let's go with part 3. The Persephone Tarot. These are actually my daughter's cards. I can't find them anywhere. The new edition has Waite. How random, look, I just opened it. Persephone, the High Priestess. The new edition has a white background with black and red line drawings, but I can't find it anywhere. So if you see this deck for sale, please drop me the link so I can buy it for myself, because I love it. And these are my daughters. She very kindly lets me use them. But I would like my own deck. Right, so I don't read with reversals in this deck. So let's go. How's he feeling? What was he thinking? What do you need to do to move forward? Okay, so his feelings are muddled right now, but if he hasn't already come forward and is communicating with you, he's going to, because there's a real feeling of completion right now with this guy. We've got the Ten of Wands, we've got the World. Both of these are about endurance, about that last push. The World, about that one cycle completing and another beginning. And then we've got the Eight of Wands, which in this deck is represented as a new journey. And we've got the King of Swords, which is about speaking your truth and really understanding the situation from a much higher, healthier and balanced perspective. So in terms of his feelings for you, I feel like this guy is ready to come forward. He's thinking that you're his joy. We've got the Sun here. He wants to do that work. He wants to invest in this connection. He's thinking of you as, this card's called the Woman King of Wands. He has a lot of respect for you and your energy, but he's holding back. His feelings are locked. He's not sharing this right now. He's getting ready to. He wants to speak about it. He wants to speak about the spiritual truth as well. You know, in this deck, he is literally speaking, well, he's blowing at the sword. And you've got all this fire down here. Fire represents spirit. You know, we've got the sword of truth. He's got his axe. He's ready to do battle with the truth. He's ready to accept it. He's ready to discuss it. He's ready to take that journey to move forward, to have that painful cycle that he's been stuck in come to an end. It's probably with a karmic, actually. He is ready to embrace spirit with the temple path. He's ready to create something new. But he's still holding back in some way. You know, he's thinking, I want to invest. I want to grow into this connection. I want to grow a new life. You know, he has a lot of respect and love for you. He sees a lot of joy in the connection. But his feelings, you know, they're locked. They're locked for some reason. I'm going to pull a clarifier. Yeah, karmic. 3 of Pentacles. So he's trapped. Okay. This guy's come to a lot of realizations. I'm feeling this is post this Scorpio blue moon of having understood. He's come to a lot of understanding about what he wants. He's decided what he wants. He knows it's you. But right now he can't come forward. He wants to. But he can't because he's trapped in this situation, this karmic cycle that he needs to resolve first. And in terms of what you need to do to move forward, this is really powerful and interesting because we've got the fates here, which is the wheel of fortune. You know, allow divine timing to do its work. Trust that karma is being resolved and the wheel is turning. But this time is about you. Remember, ace before the 2. This is the Ace of Pentacles. It's very auspicious. Use this time, you know, to continue healing self. We've also got the Hermit here. She's called Medusa in this deck. You know, this is about shining a light on self. And we've got the 2 of Wands, which is about decisions. It's about making decisions, sticking with it, keeping the faith, seeing the truth, seeing union, having faith in union, but understanding that this time is very independent energy. We've got this Ace and the Hermit, you know, straddled either side of it. You know, you are half of him. You're not really in separation. If you're feeling any pain, I'm just seeing as well, come up next to this is patience. Be patient and allow destiny to unfold at its own pace. That's exactly what the Wheel of Fortune asks, the fates. Allow karma to do its work. Allow divine timing to do its work. This is a beautiful time for you. You know, this is a gift to you this time. This is going to allow you to go within and do that final bit of healing and clearing, the temple path, creating something new. Drop into your heart is the guidance here, which is a beautiful message. Drop into your heart. This is pink and green. This is the colour of divine spirit and your green heart chakra, the love, this beautiful spiral of creation. Everything's flowing just as it should. This is a very positive reading, pile 3. You shouldn't be frustrated and impatient right now because everything's going beautifully. And I know that you're very worried about this karmic situation. But if you're still suffering from that, you need to go within. You need to follow this advice. This Hermit energy comes up under here. You know, under this situation with the karmic, go within. Drop into your heart. Follow the temple path. You know, follow your spiritual guidance. Follow that feeling of love inside of you. Connect with your own inner power. Be grounded. Because divine timing is at work here. Now he's made this decision. It's now just a question of time. He knows he's in the wrong relationship. He's going to make changes there, but he needs your patience. He knows that you're going to bring him joy. You know, he's ready for this. He's ready for that cycle. He's ready for that journey. He knows that truth. He's ready to invest. And he knows you're his divine feminine. You know, he's ready to invest in union. We've got 8 of Wands, King of Wands, and 2 of Wands, all in this row. Yeah? He knows it's time. The wheel's turned. One cycle. In fact, I'm really guided as well by this. You've got 3 faces here. Yeah? So if the world is about cycles ending and we know there's a karmic, you know, he's made that decision. He knows that's over. He knows that, you know, that hard work is done. It's time to move on. It's time to move forward in a much more spiritual, powerful way. He knows the truth. But so now this has got to be about you. This has got to be about you holding that space, doing that spiritual work, staying in your heart, staying grounded, staying focused on union, trusting it's coming, being patient. You know, the wheel is turning. It's really, really beautiful. Really beautiful. But if you're feeling any pain over this karmic, you need to transmute that. You have to purge and heal, because this is going to slow things down. It's going to block everything, you know. You've got to let go of that. And remember that karmic journey that he's been through with that other partner serves you both. He needed to learn those lessons, you know. Okay, I'm going to get one of these cards. I'm going to read it straight from the deck. Wow, this actually came up for part 2 as well. Mad how that happens. Transformation. Transformation occurs in nature's cycles all around us, birth, death and rebirth. These cycles are not feared when we are able to observe the transformation and beauty and change. So I feel like this is really powerful. You know, because this is a reading of massive transformation, with one cycle ending and another beginning, this journey, and again, drop into your heart, this spiral, this symbol of creation. It's about change, transformation. You've got to embrace it. If you have drawn this card, you're also going through a beautiful transformation of self. This process can be challenging and difficult at times. Not knowing what is ahead of us can seem daunting, and you may feel you are unravelling, but have no concern. You are embarking on a remarkable journey that will invoke and touch your soul. This is a time when patterns, habits and old belief systems are challenged and transcended. The butterfly is slowly emerging from its cocoon, which it once found stable, safe, warm and secure. For many years you've been playing it safe in all areas and facets of your life, but now you find that things are happening around you that challenge your way of being. You wished for more, did you not? You hungered for greater understanding, greater clarity and greater and stronger connection to the mystery of the divine. The caterpillar has had its day. It has experienced all it needs to experience. Now the time has come for the butterfly to emerge. The beauty you bring into this world with your unique colours and flight will be so very inspiring. With your radiant beauty and courage, you will raise the vibration of this earth to greater octaves of love and light. The affirmation is, I am courageous as I embrace this transformation with love. Do you know, I feel this card is as much about him as it is you. It's him that's gone through this transformation. He's finding his temple path. He's finding his spirit. He's finding his joy. He's downloaded and understood the truth. He's ready. Really beautiful. I really hope that helps. Part 3. If you would like a private reading from me, you can get that information in the description box below. Please like, share and subscribe. Comment down below and I will see you next time. Oh, how lovely. I love it when they're nice. Okay. Part 2. Let's see what you've got. Woo. Oh, that wasn't a very successful riffle shuffle, was it? Let's try again. Right, so how's he feeling? What's he thinking? What do you need to do to move forward? Let's see what's happening with you guys. Okay. This guy's very conflicted and very confused. He feels very strongly for you. I mean, we've got the Four of Wands here, and in this deck it really is the Twin Flame Union card, because we've got these 4 wands which really look like 1111, yeah? So, you know, he feels very strongly for you. He knows there is a deep, soul deep connection between you. He knows. And we've got the 6 of Wands here as well. You know, he feels victorious in this connection, satisfied, celebratory. But he's afraid. He doesn't have faith. He's not optimistic. He's trapped by self-doubt, self-esteem issues, lack of self-worth, not seeing a way forward. He doesn't feel good enough. He wants you. You know, he feels like this could be the best thing that's ever happened to him. But then also the worst thing, because he doesn't feel he deserves it. He doesn't feel he can have it. He has no faith or optimism. He doesn't know how to move forward. He's trapped by his own sense of inadequacy and lack of self-worth. He doesn't know how to begin. You know, I feel like he swings between wanting to come forward, dreaming about this beautiful life you could have together, but then being so certain that it won't work out that his barriers go up. His barriers go up and he gets defensive. It's self-preservation. He's so used to rejection and abandonment and loss. He's so used to things not working out in his relationships that he's struggling to trust, to begin that journey, to take a step forward. And he's not connecting with spirit. You know, this guy's not, he's early in his healing, but he is thinking about coming forward with an offer of some kind, with you know, if you've not heard from him a while, you're going to get communication, but, you know, it's not going to be that, oh my God, I've missed you so much, we have to be together. It's not going to be representative of what he's truly feeling. It's going to be a lot more light-hearted and a lot more gentle because he's testing the waters. So just allow it to be light-hearted, you know. Don't push too hard at this stage because, you know, he needs time to heal. He can only release himself from these feelings. Nothing you say or do is going to help him do that. This is self-entrapment and he has to self-heal. You know, you can inspire him by telling him about your own journey without telling him what he should do. You can certainly share your spiritual wisdom with him. Just don't say, you know, you could try this or you could do this. Just explain how much better you've been feeling, how to move forward. I mean, really, you mirror each other a lot. You know, you don't feel abundant enough either. You know you've not stepped into self-love and you're tired of this work now. You don't want to carry that burden anymore. You feel aggrieved that it's all your responsibility to do this healing. You know, you want someone to do it for you. But that's codependence. That's attachment. We're learning about detachment and depending on self, loving self. So you mustn't get frustrated with this journey because you can have self-love. You will have it. But you do need to give some serious time to studying this journey and the mission and the healing modalities and planning a way forward. Because you spend a lot of time procrastinating and, you know, feeling rubbish, but you don't invest time in how to resolve it. You know, you kind of avoid that. So you've got to step up and lead the way. You've got to give yourself time to figure out how to come forward, so how to move forward in this journey. You know, this is about stepping into this King of Wands energy and really understanding your own power. And this comes up against meditation. Take a moment to connect to source through quiet, reflective meditation. You know, that meditation is the key to your healing. If you've not watched my video about twin flame healing through meditation, go and check it out. You know, this is what's going to propel you forward into self-love. And it's not a burden, it's not hard work. It's not a responsibility, it's a gift. You know, so he's not stepping into this journey yet. He's not begun healing. He needs to. But he's not begun. And if he's defensive of you, if he's running, it's because you're not in union with self. You know, when you're both being triggered and you're healing, you're like reverse magnets. You repel one another. Yeah? When you've both healed, the magnets switch and you come back together. It's really that simple. Your healing will trigger him to heal, which will bring you closer to union. Now, I'm going to get the book out for these two cards, because I don't know these decks very well. They're new. And that's the self-love one. And I want to see what this is saying in the book, because it says about the sixth chakra, which is, of course, the third eye, but I want to see what it's saying about it. So this very powerful Archangel Metatron brings brilliant indigo vibrations to your third eye, which is the centre devoted to insight and clear thought. So, you know, again, meditation, connection with the spirit. When this card appears upright, it indicates a much greater clarity in your thought process and an expanded perspective towards broader horizons. Some new perceptions are taking hold and the clouds of confusion are clearing. In some ways, this could be a new beginning, for you're on your way to developing a deeper insight about what's going on in your life and why. Now is the time to focus on your personal vision. What do you want your life to look like in the years ahead? Create a clear picture of that and support it with your daily thoughts. The insight you need to create a vibrant life is available to you now. So I feel like that's what this Knight of Pentacles is about, is what I was saying to you. You need to give time to planning on how you move forward. Yeah? You need to, it says here, create a clear picture of that and support it. You have to move forward. You'll do this through meditation. You know, when you go into meditation, you ask Spirit, how do I heal? Spirit will share that with you. They will tell you what to do. It will become crystal clear. Now, for me, this card's called the Swan. And the demi-swan, you know, is a symbol of independence. This is an individual swan. Obviously, swans are symbols of love, but it's very rare to see one swan on its own. See what this card's saying. I think it's to focus on yourself. Gliding with grace, nothing is withheld from this beautiful soul. It can discern what is genuine, authentic, loving, and that is from the ego parading. Even though the most impressive words or gestures, this soul can sense the holding within of a core of fearful separation from the divine. With grace, it allows all to be and moves amongst this world with inspiring light. Paramahamsa, great swan, the soul that moves the souls of others, is reaching to you now, the guru, the teacher, the light, the love that is all. You are blessed by a sacred divine relationship with the essence of love itself that adores you and wants you only to be free. This oracle reaches to you now, indicating that you are held within the grace of a great soul, a teacher of the heart of the spirit. There is endless light bestowed upon you for protection. Your path ahead is assured. Soon you will be shifting from hope to a sense of inevitability in your attainment of the spiritual goals closest to your heart. So, you know, I really feel like this is saying, this just reaffirms separation is a gift. You know, this has come up under this third eye, connection to spirit, spiritual guidance, meditation, you know, embracing your divine connection, because you're never alone when you're connected to the divine. And you're always connected to your twin as well. You needn't feel bogged down or lacking somehow, because you're not. You have everything you need. You know, like the King of Wands, you have this great spiritual power that you need to tap into. That's really beautiful. Right, let's get one more card from you. I didn't plan on reading from so many books for that pile, but I wanted an objective viewpoint on those two. It's really, really lovely message. But I'm going to read this one straight from the book because they're just so beautiful. Patience. If this card has come to you, slow down and enjoy the presence of this moment. Although you may have the passion and drive to reach the moon, you are being asked to take things slower and feel the magic of each step. Each step holds lessons that bring you closer to the divine in you. By being too hasty, with an attitude of needing your dreams and goals yesterday, of needing your twin yesterday, you will miss vital, life-changing moments that are meant to enhance, enrich, and transform your soul. When you overlook or dismiss the lessons of each step and race frantically towards your goals, the end result may always not be what you planned. You may get what you worked for only to lose it as a result of challenging, unforeseen obstacles. Now that you have attained what you desired, the next step involves striving to keep it. If the lesson in each step was overlooked, the emotional challenges of maintaining this desire can be draining and emotionally overwhelming. Each step brings you lessons such as strength, wisdom, compassion, understanding, and patience, which allow your soul to grow. When these empowering life lessons are missed, you are not equipped to stand strong in the face of adversity. Slow down and let nature's cycles take their course. Trust in divine timing. Take each step one at a time and embrace the beautiful opportunities and gifts of understanding that come your way. The affirmation is, I am patient and grateful for the wonderful opportunities that present themselves to me for growth and enrichment of my soul. So definitely practice that affirmation in meditation. But I feel like this really resonates quite strongly with triggers. When he comes forward to talk to you with messages, you know, that's what he's weighing up doing now. You need to not be disappointed that he's not coming, offering union, offering this on a plate immediately. You know, you can't rush this process. When you come back into contact, you're going to trigger each other hard, and you need to take time to process those triggers. That's what that last card is telling you. Whew, I really hope that helped, pile 4. If you would like a private reading from me, you can find information about that in the description box below. Please like, share and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Take care. Bye-bye.